Okay, so this video has been pretty much long overdue, especially when you consider that people have been talking about John Porler more and more as of recent, whether that be in a good way or in a bad way. But a certain situation on Twitter sparked that pretty much caused a lot of people to get mad, so I'm here to talk about who is John Porler, how he has been able to get so many collabs with so many popular people including BTMC himself, and is he actually an industry plant? Before we do get started, if you do want to be updated on the latest stuff that happens in the osugame community, then consider hitting that sub button, it will really be appreciated. So who is John Porler? John Porler is a content creator in the osu scene with over 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. He is also a streamer with over 3.5k followers on Twitch. In terms of his videos, John Porler is pretty much known for making challenge type videos that have a similar mainstream type of feeling, editing like Mr. Beast and so on. And as you can see by the screenshot, he has managed to collaborate with people like BTMC and Zootinator despite being on the scene for around 5 months. So what is the recent controversy that sparked a lot of people to hate him? On February 11th of 2025, John Porler posted a video on Twitter where he quote-unquote made producer tags for certain streamers and just content creators in the osu community.
Beast Troll, you really crafted this one.
Girl, I know you doing that in Hidden Hard Rock.
You wrecked this beat.
And while this video was relatively mixed received, some people thought that this was funny and that you just played along to the joke, while others thought that this was the cringiest thing that they have ever seen, telling him that they don't want him in the community. Now, there were a lot of quote tweets that were pretty much hating on this video, but one of the first and initial tweets that actually blew up about this situation was from Sotarks, and he said this: "Wait, so apparently this is our next generation of osu content creators? I am too old, or I just don't get it?" Afterwards stating that he learned what an industry plant is today thanks to the chat, because everyone in the replies were pretty much stating how he suddenly popped out of nowhere, getting all sorts of collabs and just being forced into the community. So yeah, let's address the industry plant accusations that John Porler has faced. How the hell has he managed to get all of these collaborations while being this small of a content creator so far? Especially when you consider the fact that he has already managed to collaborate with the biggest osu content creator in the scene right now, which is BTMC. Quite literally being in his house for a certain main channel video. So how the hell did John Porler even manage to do it? Well, what if I told you that John Porler didn't even hit up BTMC in the first place, and it was actually Ed himself that did it? One day on his YouTube recommended, a video of John Porler popped up, and he saw that his thumbnail theory was on point, his editing was purposeful, and knew what he was doing. He noticed that he has been on his chat for a pretty decent amount of time, and they have talked together, and one day he decided, screw it, I'ma just contact him to do a collaboration video. And when you consider the fact that they both live in the USA, it's probably not that hard for them to get in contact and then find each other at a certain place. You can see how that collaboration managed to happen. It is similar to the way how European osu content creators will collaborate with each other, like me and Spaza for example. Except for the USA, they have a lot more opportunities since the biggest content creators in any scene are usually from USA. Also, another thing that I want to mention regarding BTMC is the fact that he has always said publicly that he would like to help any osu content creator regardless of how big their audience is. In fact, to be completely transparent with you, the first ever exchange that I've had with BTMC in our DMs, he has quite literally said, let me know if you need any help, I wanna see osu people succeed. So again, this points out to the thing that I just said previously, it is no secret that he wants to help osu content creators. As for how he managed to get in contact with people like Zootinator for example, well, because of the previous mentioned BTMC collaboration, people just honestly kinda liked him as a personality, and then he got invited into the CD's Winter Invitational LAN tournament that was happening in New York, where people like Zootinator, Zalis, and many more people attended. He said that he was able to pull up, and that's pretty much how he built networks between all of the North American content creators. So yeah, essentially if you live in the USA, it is pretty easy to get started in the content creation scene, and this has been a fact for a pretty long time, you cannot deny it. But that still doesn't explain the fact as to how John Porler is able to have this much experience in terms of editing, thumbnails, and how he is able to just know what is popular in the osu scene. Well, if it wasn't obvious enough, this is not John Porler's first YouTube channel. In fact, he has had previous experience with content creation when I tell you the fact that he has actually managed to build a TikTok account with 200,000 followers. The way I managed to find out that he has a TikTok that is pretty successful is because another friend of his by the name of Shimo, who also makes osu content and has recently blew up similar to him, also has a TikTok with over 180k followers. And if you scroll down a bit, you can see see that they have actually collaborated on videos together, which is how I found out that John Porler also has a pretty successful TikTok. But before he recently changed his ad on his TikTok account to John Porler, he had an ad with a different name by the name of Suspect. And if you try to search that name on YouTube, would you look at that, you will get another channel that belongs to John Porler, which has short videos uploaded that are pretty successful, but also he has attempted to try to make Roblox, Fortnite and Discord videos, if I'm not mistaken. And interestingly enough, the only Fortnite video is where he allegedly or apparently won earnings in the game from a tournament. And this wasn't that long ago as well, around April of 2024. But what if I told you that this isn't the only channel that John Porler has? If you go on Osu, you can see that John Porler has actually had a previous username by the name of OceanMan28. And when you consider the fact that on the previous channel that I talked about, Suspect, on one of the thumbnails, you can see that he went by the name of Ocean Man. I decided, you know what if I search the username OceanMan28 on YouTube? And well, if you search it, would you look at that, OceanMan28, a YouTube channel where you can see John Porler clearly on some of the thumbnails. So he has definitely had a past of trying to do also content as well. But remember how I said previously that he has made Fortnite content as well? And how one of the few videos that he has on his channel related to Fortnite is actually him winning a tournament. Well, something crazy that I discovered is the fact that if you go on his Instagram, you know, John Porler's Instagram, he is actually followed by the one and only Clicks. Yes, that Clicks, the massive Fortnite content creator with over 3 million subscribers on YouTube. So there is definitely some affiliation with John Porler and the Fortnite community, especially when you consider that he is followed by a massive content creator in that scene. But him being affiliated with that content creation scene has nothing to do with the way he managed to get all of these collabs out of nowhere. Now, before you start calling me a freak, a stalker, or just a weirdo for knowing everything that I just mentioned, this research was not completely 100% made by me. It was with the help of another person that I'm not going to name, and there is no bad intention in me making this video. It is simply to just clear some things up regarding his name and how he has managed to get to the position he is at the moment. Now, regardless of what you think of his content or him as a person, this situation has gone way too far, because as of recent it seems that John Porler has actually received actual death threats for the content that he has been making. So please respectfully do not witch hunt or harass John Porler, the person that is mentioned in this video. There's absolutely no reason for that to happen, and you're just making harm and making the OSU community a worse environment if you do so. With all that being said, I would like to invite John Porler to the Beat Talk podcast to maybe clear up some things regarding his past, how he has managed to gain all this knowledge for editing, thumbnails, and even connections with people like Clicks, for example, because there is certainly more to his backstory that we currently don't know, and the only person that does know is John Porler himself, which is why I'm doing an open invite to the Beat Talk podcast. My DMs are open. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and really hope you enjoyed this video. YouTube thinks that you will enjoy this video that is on screen right now, so be sure to click it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.